Hello and good morning. I have my pressure cooker sitting right here off to the side. Here is the insert for it. I have 1 cup of water in there. You probably can't see it, but there's 1 cup of water in there. I'm going to put it back inside. I have a bowl and I have giant potatoes. I'm going to make the potato salad first today, which means I'm going to peel and chop the potatoes into bite-sized pieces. Decent-sized bite-sized pieces. They're going in as the Instapot, along with what eggs I have left for right now. They're going to go in the Instapot as well, because I want egg whites in my potato salad. The yolks I will save for the deviled eggs when I go to make the deviled eggs, because the potato salad is mainly for me and I cannot eat the yolk of the egg. It causes my pressure to get bad, and I've already got pressure today as it is. So I will get the potatoes peeled and sliced. I'm trying to think. I'm going to do it after I make the sauce. That way the sauce has time to marinate in the fridge while we cook the potatoes and the eggs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with the mayo, and I'm just going to take my big handy dandy spoon here. You don't have to use a spoon. It's rough. Measure out roughly a ½ cup of mayo. You can actually measure it if you want. I half the time just go. That's about a 1/4 cup, so I still need a little bit more. And then that's about a ½ cup of mayo. And then, yeah, that's just generic store-bought mayo. I would use the Better Than mayo, but I don't have that on hand right now. And then I'm going to come in with a good squirt of mustard. A good squirt of mustard. That's about a tablespoon of mustard. Maybe a ½ a tablespoon, but it's a decent amount of mustard. Okay, it's in the dishwasher. It should be clean, because I started it. I got it! My measuring spoon. I love using Epicure's measuring spoon. And 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon that you can measure a full or a half. Teaspoon, ½ teaspoon, flat on one side to use as a leveler. But that's not how I'm going to use it today. Okay, I am actually going to come in with some of the cheesy fry seasoning. Yes, cheesy fry seasoning. You don't have to use this. I just figured I would try to make it a little bit different. I'm going to use a ½ tablespoon of that, so that's going to go in. This stuff smells so good. It's like so good. Ingredients are cheddar, cheese flavor. It does contain milk, so if you can't have milk, it's probably not the best thing to do. I can handle it when it's like this in like powder form, so it's okay. I was reading you the ingredients. I will post a picture of it later in the group. I'm going to come in with the lemon dilly. And this I'm actually going to use a full tablespoon of, because you can't have too much dill, especially when it comes to potato salad. I like a dill mustardy potato salad. And then I'm going to come in with some of the roasted garlic. I'm going to use a tablespoon of that. So we're using the other side now, measuring a tablespoon, and that's going in. I didn't grab my measuring spoon, so it was a little wet. Okay, so there, I measured everything with the measuring spoon. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to stir it. But to stir it, I'm going to use a normal spoon to stir it. Scrape out what I can for the spoon. I just don't like reaching in with these small spoons for the mayo. So. And this is kind of how I will make the sauce. I use almost the same exact sauce when I make the deviled eggs, only I cut the dill. Sometimes I'll leave the dill out completely. So this is for the potato salad, and for the potato salad, it's fun. And this is what it's going to look like. But you want to make sure you got everything all stirred up and combined fairly well. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it marinate and soak up all the flavors. And then we're going to peel our potatoes and put our eggs on top of the potatoes in the Instant Pot. Put it on high pressure, manual cook for 4 minutes. That's what all the instructions say for me to do. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save you the time from watching me peel and slice the potatoes, but I'll be back to show you how big of potatoes that I use. So, okay, he's making my decaf coffee for me, but we're going to slice up the potatoes now. I cut this one in half already. I'm going to and I'll probably even cut that in half, so about that size potatoes, and then you're just going to put them in 1 cup of water in the Instant Pot, or cook them over the stove for however long it takes to be fork tender. That's all you want, is you want them to be fork tender. You don't want them to be cooked all the way through, because otherwise it's going to be mush.
Helps if it's plugged in.
It's not. Okay, I'm standing up for this part because we're putting stuff in the Instant Pot now. We're going to start with our wonderful potatoes that we just chopped up. They're all about this size. And carefully put them in there so you don't splash all your water out. So I've got my hand here. There we go. And yes, I'm using the popcorn bowl from Hayward because Hayward is no longer active. And it's just the bowl that I had handy. Okay, make sure your potatoes are even and level in there. And then I am well aware they're going to turn to mush in here. I sliced up some carrots as well. It's my potato salad, not yours. I'm the one eating it. I don't have celery, and I don't really care for celery, so that's not going in. And I will do a fresh onion, chop a fresh onion to put in the potato salad because I like the crunch of the onion, and I like the crunch of the pickles because I got the pickles to slice up as well. Now we did the potatoes and the carrots and our butter. I'm going to put the last 6 eggs on top of the potatoes and the carrots. And this is going to hard boil your eggs. Okay. That was the last 6 eggs. Don't worry, my husband's bringing more, and those ones I will boil on the stove. And now we're going to line up and close our Instant Pot, which is not plugged in yet. We need to plug it in. There we go. Now we are plugged in. Make sure you're not on release. Make sure you're on that. So now I'm going to come here and I'm going to go pressure level. Oh, I got it. Where is it? I lost where it is. Okay, yeah, pressure level, put it on high, there you go, and it's going to start doing its thing. So, we're going to let the potatoes, carrots, and eggs cook for 4 minutes on pressure high. Okay, our potatoes, carrots, and eggs are done. I got the eggs right here in an ice bath cooling down. And then I pulled them out with the epicure tongs. But now I just got a generic spoon and I'm picking out the potatoes and the eggs because we don't want that water that's at the bottom. And this is hot. The sooner we can get it out of the heat, the better. Okay, I have put them in the pot because they're going to eventually go back in this bowl, so I'm not worried about adding this bowl. It's just not big enough for me to stir it and combine everything together. So we got our potatoes right here cooling. Our eggs are just about cooled enough to where I can peel them. So we're going to let our potatoes finish cooling, and then I'm going to put the sauce on top of the eggs. Okay. The 4 minutes, well, I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit more than that, maybe closer to 5-ish. The eggs are done, and they're so easy to peel. Literally easy to peel. I just go like this, roll it, and it's pretty much coming off itself. So I can just put it directly into my bowl. They're pretty much peeling themselves. When my husband comes home with this next batch of eggs, I'm actually going to do it the same way, but instead of 5 minutes, I'm going to do 4 minutes. I told you guys 4 minutes, but I did 5 because I wanted to make sure the potatoes got cooked. But then I had the eggs in there and I didn't think about that. So these eggs are a little bit overdone, but that's not going to hurt them. That's not going to kill them. So delicious, delicious eggs. Now I'm just going to rinse that off because I still feel the shells. And then I'm going to use the egg whites of 2 eggs to put in the potato salad, and the yolk is going to go in a separate bowl to make the deviled eggs. So I will eventually make the deviled eggs. Actually, I already got this bowl out, so I'll put it back in this bowl. So we'll hold the eggs into this bowl. I'm going to set that back here off to the side. We're done. We're good. So I needed a bowl plate, so I'm going to grab another small plate so I can cut up the 2 eggs that I have that I'm going to use. I'm going to cut them in half, and I'm going to make sure the yolk goes out perfectly because I cannot have the yolk. There's no yolk left on that one. And if there's any yolk left on that one, I'm just going to use my fingernail and gently scrape it out, which there was. And now I'm going to come over here to the water and make sure I got all the yolk off of it. Because bad enough, last night's dinner had my head up, and I don't want that again for tonight. So I'm going to go with 1 more egg, and the rest of these eggs are going to go in the fridge until it's time to make the deviled eggs, which I will do later on. Because I'm only going to put 2 eggs in here. And I told you guys earlier that I was going to do an onion and the pickles. I did that, and it's already here in the sauce. As you see, it's more lumpy now because I put 3 small baby dill pickles, and a half of an onion in there. So now I'm going to just make sure I chop these up good, and these are going to go in the fridge. Okay, I just roughly chopped the egg whites. They're going to go in there. Yum! And then I'm going to go ahead and put our sauce that I created earlier in the video in there, which just smells amazing. I got some on my finger earlier, and it tastes really amazing as well. So all this sauce is going in there with the onions and the pickles and the dill and the garlic and 3 cheese and scrape out as much as you can, and then you're going to gently fold it in so as not to mash up your potatoes, and you just want to coat everything. And I got the carrots in here as well. So you got carrots and potatoes. And there's our delicious potato salad, which is going to get put into this bowl. So now we're going to dump it into this bowl. Sorry if you can't quite see. It's kind of a big pot, and I had to get a good portion of it out before I put it in the bowl. And then I'm going to have my son come down and get the lid for me, so that I can put the lid on it and put it in the fridge. But before we do, I made a delicious potato salad. I'm going to try it. I know it's going to be good. Perfect. And the potatoes are perfectly cooked too. And you can't even tell that I overcooked the egg, which is wonderful. So next time I do the eggs in the Instant Pot, I'm going to do 4 minutes instead of 5. So my eggs will be perfectly done. There again, I didn't actually cook it. I put it on high pressure for 4 minutes. Well, I did 5 minutes, but I'm going to do 4 minutes next time. So we now have a delicious potato salad, which, as you see, some of the carrots in here are dissolving and mixing in. Some of them are still whole. You know what? That is okay. And you get the crunch of the pickle and the onion. It's perfect. So that is how I make potato salad with epicure.